defendant.
Crazy!
You think this is something? You think this is bad? This chicanery? He's done worse. He
ported PlayStation games to PC.
And I
Forgave.
What was I thinking? He'll never change. He'll never change. Couldn't keep his hands out of the
PC market.
But not our Jimmy. Couldn't be precious Jimmy. Stealing them blind. And he gets to be
Head of PlayStation.
What a sick joke. I should have stopped him when I had the chance. And you have to stop him. You...
Okay, wake up. You guys are seriously going to have to find yourselves a bridge to sleep under because you can't keep passing out here. I have no privacy to fap. I can't go anywhere without your bodies being on the ground. I trip over most of you. And the sounds of your bones snapping as I step on you is starting to get really annoying. Okay, fine. Look. You can stay here, but only under one condition. You go ahead and become a member of this channel. Memberships are enabled now. You'll get custom emojis for the streams and some sort of shit like that. And on top of that, you'll be allowed to pass out in my house every time you get high on salt. Deal? Look, I'll even bury your body if you overdose.
That is not my future. I'm not gonna be buried in a grave. When I'm dead, just throw me in the trash.
You really can't beat an offer like this. It's like the Game Pass of drugs. That's right, Daddy Frit finally came up with a subscription model that works for drug addicts. And tell you what, we're gonna celebrate the launch of this new subscription service by bringing in a heavy dose of salt made by Kojima himself.
Enjoy your grand prize, a lifetime supply of
Pony salt.
Ah! Just hook it to my veins!
When it comes to trolling in the video game industry, nobody pulls it off better than Kojima himself, who in less than 1 minute got the PlayStation fanboys to completely turn on him by publicly announcing that Death Stranding would be coming to Game Pass on PC. Rainbow, crab, fish, whale, dolphin, umbrella, plant, ghost, tornado, skull, baby, thumbs up. Oh, he means Death Stranding is coming to Game Pass.
There's no way you could get that from this.
Oh, don't worry, trust me, I speak Kojima, I know what he's saying. Unfortunately, it wasn't cryptic enough because I think the Game Pass tag on Sam Porter's packages gave it away. So the outrage is starting to make sense. I wondered how ponies figured it out. I mean, I really wish they hadn't, because now we have to find a place to hide Kojima. I mean, after that last PlayStation fanboy threatened to bomb Sony headquarters, we can't take no risk.
Traitor!
Kojima-san, you betrayed us at Sony! Fucking traitor, delete this!
They already posted it.
Well, they can fucking unpost it!
I don't know what to tell you. I guess this is one of those games PlayStation couldn't block off of Game Pass. Now, I'm not exactly sure how Kojima betrayed anybody since Kojima Productions is completely independent. He isn't owned by PlayStation and never was. I don't know, maybe he betrayed their emotions? I guess somehow putting it on Game Pass went against a promise Kojima never made? No, I'm serious. I want an explanation. What betrayal happened here? The only single betrayal I can think of is from PlayStation. They're supposed to be paying up the ass to block games from going to Game Pass. How did they let this one slip by? You should be pissed off at Jim Ryan. He was sleeping on the job and basically just let Kojima sneak past him and put Death Stranding on Game Pass. I mean, then again, Death Stranding has been on PC for quite some time, so I don't have a single fucking clue what the PlayStation fanboys are so pissed off about. I'm guessing their problem is with the game being put on anything with Xbox in the title. This isn't Game Pass for the console, it's Game Pass for the PC, but just because it carries the Xbox title, it pisses them off. Dude's calling Kojima and Kojima Productions traitors because Death Stranding is coming to PC Game Pass.
Because he is a traitor! He has betrayed PlayStation fans by going to the dark side and making an exclusive game for them! If it wasn't for Sony, he would be begging on roadside after Konami kicked him out! He is not a true Japanese! He has no honor!
それだけいいものが出せるんで、やっぱり一人でやっているとやっぱり同じようなことをしてしまうんです。やっぱり環境を変えたり、やっぱりこういうベルトルさんみたい。
Not dark enough for me, honestly. If Kojima wanted to get really dark, he should stop making games for PlayStation entirely. Could you imagine the salt? Look, all I know is I didn't see Xbox fans calling Kojima a traitor when MGS4 wasn't ported to Xbox, and still hasn't been to this day. Personally, if you ask me, I don't think Kojima would be nothing without PlayStation. I think PlayStation would be nothing without Kojima. Metal Gear Solid on the PS1, Metal Gear Solid 4 for the PS3, Death Stranding. I mean, come on, this guy has done more than enough for Sony. Let him have some peace. If he wants to start making content for Xbox exclusively, so be it. He isn't chained to any single one of these corporations. He just gets to abuse them for all their resources to fuel his drug-induced habits. Cause I mean, let's face it, none of his creations are coming out of a sober mind. And if you really are a fan of Kojima, I expect you to buy an Xbox or get a PC so you can play his next big game. Isn't that what the quote-unquote true gamers do?
At PlayStation, is this some kind of joke? Do you think we are clowns? What is the next step? God of War in the Microsoft Store? Yes! God of War in the Game Pass? Yes! It's time for Jim Ryan to make his way somewhere else away from the PlayStation.
Oh, thank God. Finally, somebody blaming PlayStation instead of Kojima. About time. It's funny because oftentimes you hear the PlayStation fanboys call PC gamers the most entitled gamers out there. Yet they seem to think they're entitled to having Kojima, treating the man like he's goddamn property. And of course PlayStation views you guys as clowns. I thought that was obvious a long time ago. Raising the price of games on you, giving PC gamers the superior and cheaper version of your favorite games, not putting their first party games day one on their subscription service. There's no way Sony could have ever profited if they didn't view you as clowns. And it's because of that success you will never see Jim Ryan go anywhere. Unfortunately, he's here to stay because unlike you, he helps PlayStation make money. But most importantly, porting games to PC makes money. And unfortunately, all the investors really seem to like his strategy. Treat the console gamers like f***ing morons and give the PC users all the best deals. It doesn't matter how many collector's editions you buy from them, they're still gonna port to PC. So if Jim Ryan's not leaving, who's gonna leave? You?
I mean, according to most of the Xbox fan base, it's just a walking simulator, so I don't know. You tell me.
This is between you and me.
What do the Xbox guys have to do with any of this? Did you not read the announcement? It's not coming to the Xbox console. It's coming to a platform it's already existed on, PC. But now it will just be available through Microsoft's subscription service. Where does the unwarranted anger towards Xbox gamers come from? And why isn't it being directed at us instead? I'm jealous. What does the PC Master Race have to do to live so rent-free in your head like Xbox guys do? And as a PC guy myself, who has over 100+ hours in this game and beat it, I can confirm, yeah, it's a walking simulator. A very good one, don't get me wrong, but yeah, it's a walking simulator. I really don't see the relevance of what Xbox console users think of this game. They're not the ones who get to play it, the PC guys are. But would you look at that, PlayStation's exclusive IP on a streaming service by their competitor on a platform that isn't PlayStation. What a time we're living in. And yet for some reason, it's the Xbox guys they want to direct their rage at. It doesn't make any goddamn sense.
Listen to all my Xbox dudes. Don't sit here praising Death Stranding coming to PC Game Pass. You didn't care about the game almost 3 years ago and called it walking simulator trash. So don't act like you care about it now just because it's on an Xbox platform.
Again, I ask you, what do Xbox gamers have to do with any of this? Yes, Game Pass is an Xbox subscription service, but that don't mean Xbox console gamers are the ones who are gonna be able to play it. So why are we so focused on what they think exactly? Think of all the ways Xbox gamers are gonna start making fun of us. It's not fair. Jesus Christ. This is the type of brain damage that meth wishes it could accomplish. The first thing that pops into their head is console warring. Honestly, I think the reason the PlayStation fanboys are so hung up on this is because they're the ones for years who would say PC ports make no money, PC gaming makes no money, and Xbox Game Pass is unsustainable. And along comes Kojima to put his shit on both things. Let's face it, the PlayStation fanboys are pissed off because their narratives are being shattered every single day. Never in my life would I imagine PlayStation fanboys would get pissed off about one of their precious games not going to the other console. I can't make sense of any of it. It's not going to the Xbox console, so why are they pissed off? They're acting like they just exposed Xbox dudes for their hypocrisy, but they're not even celebrating because they know they're not getting the game. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. If the Xbox fanboys didn't have ammo, they certainly do now, and that's entirely your fault.
Remember that cloud game Kojima was working on with Xbox? Yeah, it was Death Stranding for PC. I know y'all didn't buy a Series X for this.
Oh great, it's the Mangletooth PlayStation fanboy again. I'd hate to tell him this, but no, this isn't that exclusive IP Kojima's working on for Xbox. Because if I recall correctly, Kojima said it would be a new game never seen before. So obviously this isn't what he was talking about. I know you wish it was, Sticks. I know. The idea that Kojima would make something for Xbox and not PlayStation is quite devastating for a fanboy. So I'm sorry to tell you this, but you cannot breathe a sigh of relief just yet. It's gonna be a very long generation.
Death Stranding was released for PC in 2020, and the director's cut came out on PC in January. How is this a W for the Xbox console fanboys?
I don't understand. If it's not a W for the Xbox guys, then why are PlayStation fanboys treating it like an L for themselves? This is a W for the service itself. It adds more value. Any PC gamer who loves using Game Pass is gonna catch a big ass W just by that game being on the service alone. Most subscription services out there would be catching a W by having this game on it. But above all, the biggest W goes to Kojima. He got to abuse Sony and use all of their resources, and now he's getting an extra wad of cash from Xbox for putting his game on their service. I don't understand why the PlayStation fanboys are directing their attention towards the Xbox guys. To allow people to live so rent-free in your head that every single announcement coming out makes you think about them? That's just not healthy. But then again, it's J-Tech. The guy eats paint chips for breakfast, so I don't even know why I'm bringing up health.
It tastes like paint.
Yeah, those are paint chips there, pal.
These are?
Yeah.
Oh, they're delicious.
Yeah, that's a good paint.
Overall, I think this is a brilliant move for Kojima. He gets to take full advantage of every single corporation he wants and rakes in his own cash to build his own studio. That's the biggest W out of all of them. PlayStation fanboys want to sit there and spend hours upon hours on Twitter every single day trying to prove that Game Pass isn't a sustainable model, that it's gonna collapse, and yet along comes Kojima to prove none of that is true. Obviously, they're going to be pissed off. They spent a lot of time and they worked very hard on all of those arguments. And f***ing Kojima just had to come in and dismantle all of them. Goddamn traitor and goddamn Xbox guys. Just imagine how bad it's gonna be in a couple of years when the project Kojima's been working on for Xbox comes out. Cause if they're getting this upset about Death Stranding not going to Xbox, I don't know how upset they will be when Xbox has a Kojima exclusive. But whatever, for the sake of my sanity and yours, I'm cutting it short. Good job, Kojima. You continue to troll the gaming community yet again, and you barely have to try. I'm quite envious of the talent you have. It's not the first time we've seen a PlayStation IP make its way to the Game Pass services, and I doubt it will be the last time either. Just understand this is not betrayal by Kojima, this is betrayal by PlayStation because they're allowing it to happen. Console fanboys spend all their time arguing between these corporations, only for those corporations to actually be working with each other behind the scenes, playing all of you like a fiddle. And I don't know about you, but if you ask me, I think it makes for a far more interesting industry. Seeing the competitor's subscription service boosted by the other competitors' games is something I never thought I would experience in my life. But should anybody really be questioning it? It's only good for the consumer. The only thing it's bad for is console wars. And that's the priority all of these dipshits have. Just like my priority is to get the hell out of here, I'm done with this video. So you should like, comment, share, subscribe if you so choose to. And with that being said, I'll see you in the next one.
Fritango sucks ass.